right this time.
I saw that timer. It's going up. It's time. It's coming fast.
All right.
What's up, y'all? It is the K&E Hour. I'm E,
I'm K.
and we're K&E. We are coming to drink more beer, get buzzed, and talk a lot of shit to everybody out there. So jump on here, have a beer. We're live. Got my notification. Drink beers with us and laugh until you fall off the bar stool.
And then send us a picture of you falling off the bar stool.
And we will put it on the air. And we will make you our greatest fan of the night.
There you go. Top fan. First one falls off the bar stool.
You know, I stopped and got some beer on the way over here, right? So
Did you?
I went to Walmart. I braved the front lines. I went into the trenches. I had to go to Walmart to get that cheaper beer, you know, more beer for the dollar, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to say, you know, over Facebook and all this, all the sites out there, there's always shit that happens at Walmart. There's always pictures and this and that. Look at the folks at Walmart. But I got to agree with them. I went there, and I don't know why, but you know how you pass through somewhere, you wander around your cart, you got your beers and stuff like that.
Right.
Other alcoholic beverages and stuff that you might try here and there on the show. So I'm sitting there, and people walk by, and you're like, hello, how you doing? Nice, having a good night. All right.
Nice to see you.
Yeah. Passed by one old boy. He was turning around in front of me. He was flipping a Yui. And he's like, pardon me. I said, no problem. And for some reason, I looked down.
Right.
And the dude was wearing sandals or flip-flops or thongs or whatever the hell they're called now. And he had the longest damn toenails on his fucking foot, man. It was just the most hideous things I've ever seen in my freaking life.
Them dinosaur-looking toenails, yeah.
It looked like he'd been digging ditches with just them toes.
Right.
You know? And you got to ask yourself, if your toes look like that, man, wear socks.
Right.
Put some socks on, put some tennis shoes on. Stop wearing sandals when your feet are screwed up.
Right.
You know?
And even before the socks, get you like some of them big garden clippers or whatever, and trim them motherfuckers back a little bit.
Trim something.
And I already broke through them.
I just did it twice. We trying something. We can tell you what it is, but we trying out something.
We're trying something new, and we're not doing it very well.
Just so y'all know, we're still waiting on 100 likes or 100 subscribers to do the hell sale over here.
Right.
The teddy bear with all the heat.
And don't forget Loretta.
Urethra.
That
Because I'm still hoping to flip that quarter and Kyle win, because I think a live death is going to be awesome. I think it's going to get a lot of ratings.
Yeah, ratings will be great when I die on
Live
YouTube.
death.
Yeah.
Live.
Kind of an oxymoron. Live death.
Yes.
Right.
We have learned some words.
You did.
Oxymoron.
You're going. I see you keep raising it. You're gonna give you your normal shout out.
Natural Life. We're waiting for you guys. We're drinking all your beer. Give us a sponsorship. Give us a banner to hang on the wall. Couple of koozies, couple of t-shirts. We're easy going drinkers, you know. We ain't gonna hit you up for the hard stuff till show 45.
There you go.
Come see us.
A 30-pack a night will cover us. We don't need much.
Yeah, it don't even have to be a night. We're not that bad at drinkers.
A show, yeah, 30-pack a show.
30-pack a night, we might need a little help.
We get a 30-pack every Wednesday. We'd be good.
We do our big drinking night on Wednesday because there ain't nothing on TV. This Chicago thing that's going on, or every show on it, Chicago PD or Fire or Rescue. Right. Screw Chicago. We don't even live there. You know? Come to Texas where we drink beer.
Well, you say there's nothing on TV. AEW is on. I'm missing that on Wednesday.
Well, yeah, but I've noticed over the time over our shows that I keep catching a glimpse in the background, looking at you, looking over my shoulder, hitting the TV there.
I'm not. There's like some chicks on there tonight. We're good.
One of us needs a haircut.
All right. Hey.
So was there hot chicks? I had to take a look see.
Oh shit! I didn't turn on our chat. Oh
well,
what's up,
we got
guys?
some hollering out there. It's the Mitchell boys.
What's up, guys? Love y'all. Hey, we got nothing but love back at you, Dustin.
Dustin.
But anyway, I mean, I think we could do that right here on live TV. I got scissors. I'll cut your hair right here on not live TV, but live YouTube channel.
You want to do something? You want to get crazy?
No, I only want to do it if I'm doing it to you. I cut your hair. We ain't cutting mine.
Well, no, we're not going to do that because you'll want to come off my damn ears. If we cut the ears off, there ain't nothing to make your hair stick up.
But that's the truth.
You know, all these years you talked about how I like kick you and stuff like that. He makes murderous comments to me. Hey, you know, if we cut them ears off, your hair won't stick out from underneath your hat.
That's not murderous. That's just helpful.
I will bleed out and die.
No, man, I'll make a good smooth cut right down both sides. You'll look like one, and then we gotta shave your head. You'll look like them damn cartoon figures they put on Twitter all the time, just a big round head. You gotta smile real big, all goofy looking and shit.
Stick figure guy.
Yeah. With your little T-Rex arms sticking out.
Yeah, hit me in my beard. I can't reach the table. I just don't like the thought process, to be honest with you.
We got the other Mitchell brother. How's it going, fellas?
We're doing good, Dan. Good to see you on the show.
Yeah, as you can tell by looking at us, we're doing better than good. So.
And if it just gets on, I'd like a witness to the thing that guy was trying to cut me with a straight razor down the side of my ears. Witnesses.
Well, if I do it, it's going to be on camera, so we'll have plenty of witnesses.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm hoping you win the Eat a Bear challenge, so we can video a live death. So,
give him a chili bowl.
You said that last time, I think. Ain't doing a chili bowl, and ain't shaving it like old Dustin out there. My boy Dustin, he saves the hair, man, but he's got like a round head. Me, I think my head would look like an egg that's deformed on one end. So I don't want to be showing all that. I'm going to fight these long, luscious locks till the day they say goodbye.
I ain't sure, but you might have one watching that you're interested in. Well, not that we...
Hey, shout out to Debbie.
Not that we wasn't interested in the Mitchell brothers. We appreciate y'all's support.
The Canadians have arrived.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. No offense meant Dustin and the other...
D&D, the Mitchell boys.
D&D, yeah.
What's up, y'all?
This, you know, my brother Daryl and my other brother Daryl.
Yeah, I'm Larry.
Thanks for the cover, because I couldn't remember who I was supposed to be, you know.
I thought it was, actually, I didn't know it was Daryl. I thought it was my brother Larry. I thought it was Larry and Larry.
No, it's Larry and my brother Daryl and my other brother Daryl.
Yeah, we drink a lot. So, we are here.
We are here.
That up.
I appreciate y'all coming in. Y'all keep throwing shit in the chat. I'll keep bringing it up till once I get 4 or 5 beers in me, though, it's probably going to start. I'll miss some of the shit y'all say.
That's going to go down.
Forgive me.
Because we used to fight almost a weekly, on a daily freaking basis on who's getting the next beer. But, you know, as we said on the last show, we got Kyle something good for Christmas. Now we just reach right down here under the table. Don't make no rude gestures. I'll kill you. And bam, there's beers all over the place. I love America. America makes it easy for the alcoholic.
Hell yeah. And it was perfect. It's like they measured my desk height for it to fit right underneath there where I never use it anyway.
I really felt, though, that when I was doing it, I really felt like you was doing this.
No. I wouldn't do that to you. And
you had a fat boy leaning over going, don't do no gestures. It's hard to breathe, talk, and reach for beers.
I wouldn't do that. And I mean, we got witnesses will tell you that I didn't do anything obscene while you was getting us a beer.
He's an evil bastard. I know he did. Although, I got to take a serious moment here for the folks in Canada. I lost a brother-in-law this weekend. Good guy. I want to do a shout-out to Jim Luscombe up in Hamilton, Ontario. A big shout out to you, brother. You're
had
gonna be
one with
missed.
it.
Big drink for you, buddy. That's a big drink. Hold on. And a smoke because he liked his tobacco. A different kind, but we're smoking Marlboros. Take a big drag.
Gotcha. Never met you, but a friend or a brother of Eddie's is definitely a friend and a brother of mine, and I'm very sorry for y'all's loss.
Big Jim Luskin, we're gonna miss you, buddy.
All right.
We're gonna get drunk for you tonight. On the funny shit now.
Before we get to the funny shit, rest in peace, Jay Briscoe. The world's gonna miss you. I'll leave it at that.
That's true. That's good. I like that. You got like a fucking heart in there or something, don't you?
Yeah, don't be telling people though. I'll put it on the screen so you ain't got to do them damn
Thanks,
squint
I
eyes.
ain't need another drink.
That may need another
I'm on it,
drink.
Debbie, from Canada.
I'm with you.
There's that one. Knock that some bitch out.
Woohoo!
Ooh, all right. Made a little stout and they go down really hard like that. Be drinking, having a bad time. But
well, we was just having a drink. You didn't have to kill it in one shot.
I think that's why I got the second drink and went ahead and killed it off because I did go down and get these beers. But anyway,
no, I had a revelation.
I saw it in your eye.
Yeah,
Your good eye.
All right, we've got our little gummy bear up there.
The gummy bear from hell.
Straight to hell. That's going to kill me if I have to eat it. What if we soak that son of a bitch in some clear, completely legal liquids?
Completely legal. Would it take away from now? Would it take away
No,
from
I think the alcohol would absorb it and would just be like.
Let's ask. But let's ask.
I think that would be the hottest damn clear legal liquid we've ever had in our life.
All right. So
but
you
then
think
we'd
it'd
have
be
a
hot?
whole jar of it.
That's interesting. I think it'll dilute it. I think it would kill it down.
Right.
But Kyle thinks it'd be hotter. That's my boys there.
Sorry for your loss. We appreciate that.
Appreciate that, gentlemen. But anyways, we got questions out there. Kyle thinks we ought to soak that in our legally clear liquid that we have on stage.
Right.
That we procured legally.
Right. I think we soak it. And I think the alcohol will just become like hot as hell.
You think it'll make it hotter or just the whole thing will be?
I think the whole thing will be hot.
Give new meaning to it.
I think every time we took a shot, we would like want to fucking pass out.
But somebody would still have to eat it, and then we have to finish the liquor.
Yeah.
That could be 2 live deaths on TV.
Yeah, and then there'd be no K&E Hour anymore. Debbie says, go for it. Be like a Jello shot.
Oh, no.
You need to explain to Debbie what hell is up there, though.
Go get it.
You go get it.
I'm not going to go get it, but what it is, it's a gummy bear.
I bet Debbie knows what a gummy bear looks like.
You ever heard of the chip challenge? The one chip challenge is the hottest damn chip out there in the world or whatever. Well, this is a gummy bear that's supposedly hotter than the one chip challenges. It's 9 billion Schofield.
Yeah.
Heat measurement or whatever. Brother, that was my cigarette. You got one more time, yank my cigarette like that. And I swear to God, I'm going to cut a motherfucker up. One more cigarette stole.
Well, you could at least light them before I steal them.
That's why it looks like I'm smoking like a freight train. I'll take about 2 hits, it'll go out, then I got to relight it. So people are like, that motherfucker be lighting cigarettes all the fucking time. But anyways, we got the jelly bear up there. The jelly bear? The gummy bear.
Gummy bear.
Go for it. Like a Jello shot.
Dustin says we'd both blow out fire. I agree.
Ooh, we need a third person here. We have to get Dustin over here. When now we do that.
Yeah.
I
bet we could.
It'd be awesome. But anyways, I'm going to try it again. It's a 9 billion Schofield heat. It's a killer.
Yeah.
And if we get to 100 subscribers, we're going to eat that freaking bear. We're going to flip a quarter.
Flip a coin to see who has to
If it's going to be me and I'm gonna get so hot I'm probably just gonna pass out. Or if it's gonna be Kyle will literally die.
I will.
Live death on TV. I'm paying to see that.
It says on the box, if you have a heart condition, do not eat this.
We could go bastards
on the box.
There's a good chance we could both have a heart attack. I could have a heart attack just watching him die.
I could have a heart attack, well, just sitting here for the hell of it. Anyway, we're getting way
I think if you just lick the box, you'll have a heart attack.
I think I smelled it and it started hurting the other night.
Through the packaging, he could smell it.
But anyway, we got to get to 100 subscribers before we're even touching that thing. Right. Speaking of subscribe, I ain't going to be that guy that does this all through the damn show. But if y'all will look down in the right-hand corner, almost underneath Eddie's chin, you'll see a red subscribe button. Smash the hell out of that thing. Let us know that you're there.
I feel a little, like there was a shot at me there.
No,
there's like this much room between me and the bottom of the thing. About the same as you.
Yeah. Well, right-hand corner, underneath Eddie, underneath Kyle says K&E Hour. Underneath Eddie has the red subscribe button. I'm just letting them know
where all the subscribe stuff, didn't I?
I'm just letting them know where the subscribe button is.
Yeah. Back to the start. Corner. I'm E.
I'm K.
We're K&E. Hit that subscribe button because we need the numbers, folks.
Like, share, and blah blah blah, and hit the little bell.
That's your one job.
My one job. Hit the damn bell. All right, so we've been on about 20 minutes now and talked about absolutely freaking nothing, which I'm good with.
But we drank a few beers in that time. Natural light. We're waiting on that check, baby. Waiting on that sponsorship. Don't forget the Maker's Mark people. We're waiting on you too. I digress. I think my boy Kyle got something he want to talk about tonight.
No, actually, I got shit on the side. I'd much rather hear what they have to say, I'd much rather talk about whatever the viewers want us to talk about. But,
yeah.
I've always got shit I want to talk about.
What do the viewers want to talk about? Anything that's just up your crawl or anything you need to get rid of? What's your thoughts on the subject?
He says it's badass, Natty Light shouted y'all out. They shouted us out and said we was legends.
Legends. Couple of legends right there. Mm-hmm. I showed the proof to old Dusty because he works with me.
Right.
But I was going to say, is that on anybody's phone we can pull up?
No, not really.
Okay.
We can do that whole, show the camera or the phone to the camera and be all blurry and make our guys seasick or whatever.
Don't want to be seasick. Seasick is bad. I've had the seasickness. I did not like it. Was not a fan.
Dustin says WCW versus WWF. I'm willing to talk about it. If you are.
WCW versus WWF.
Yeah.
You're going to make it get real up in here, Dustin. We're probably about to throw some chairs against each other. And that's just happened. Because this little fucker, he goes at 100% when I think we're just playing around at 30.
But
do you want to tell that story, Kyle?
No, I don't see no need. I don't think they're interested.
Let me tell you a little story about one time. We was in the wrestling big time. We was even wrestling each other at times. We were trying to see. What?
No, stop your ass. We was wrestling each other at times. We was wrestling each other when I was doing 70 miles an hour down Highway 82 trying to come to Paris. If we were in the same vicinity, we were wrestling each other.
Quit driving. It was good times.
But anyway, finish your lies. Your story.
He's right. We've been driving down the road. I just start beating the fuck out of him. He's over fending me off, kicking and shit. Good times. I miss that truck.
And of course, I said we're doing 70. Back then, the speed limit was 55. We were still doing 70.
We're still doing 70.
Speed limit 55. But
so, boy says, let's see what it's like to really get hit in the back with a metal chair, a metal folding chair. I was like, all right, I'm game. I run up on Kyle and I do a little pop like that. I think I was about 45%. And I gave him a boom. I said, how'd that feel? He's like, it felt good, felt all right. I said, all right, do me. I turned around and Kyle did this number. He turned all the way around, completely spun his head around, smiled at me, and then slingshot that fucking metal chair and knocked the back of my head right on my freaking shoulders. When I got up off the ground, I was like, what the fuck, Kyle? That was like 125%. He goes, did it feel real? I said, like it hurt like a son of a bitch.
For all you that don't know this, the secret to that is anytime you're going to do shit like that, you let them hit you first. That way you can hit them at 100% and they don't get another shot. You've already took your shot.
I think somebody's got one coming. I think he's old one. But anyway, what you thought on it? Who you like better, WCW or
Well,
WWF?
actually, I was going to let you go first because I got deep thoughts on that.
Well,
I really
WCW is an older class wrestling than WWF, right?
Right. WCW was originally NWA.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. National Wrestling Association or something like
Right.
that. I know initials. But and WWF was World Wrestling Federation. And that was all the what was the thing we had every year with them?
WrestleMania.
WrestleMania. That was WrestleMania, right?
Yeah, that was
all
WWF.
Right. Yeah. I had to get my ducks in a row here. I myself, I like WCW because WCW had Ric Flair, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. I was more of a Ric Flair fan, you know. Mm-hmm. When it came to the Von Erichs and Freebirds, I was more of a Freebird fan. You know?
I'm with you.
You know, I like old Hayes taking off that boot, beating the shit out somebody. But, I'm more of a WC. I'm a WCW fan.
I'm 100% with you, and you hit the nail on the head. NWA was dying out. You know, Georgia was their biggest territory.
Yeah.
And WCW bought out Turner, who owned Georgia. And I know y'all didn't ask for a damn wrestling philosophy show here.
This is the wrestling king, man. Got all the knowledge.
But no, I felt like they had real world champions. You know, WWF for years. WWF for years before WCW became the big conglomerate, you know, had like one champion, and he just fought the same people that were in that thing. Well, NWA, which became WCW, of course, I mean, you know, their champion traveled the world. He had to face. He had to be in Florida tonight, Dallas, Texas tomorrow night, Japan, Richmond, Virginia. You know,
and that was Ric Flair, baby.
That was Ric Flair, baby. But no, I mean, to not make this a long, drawn out story, WCW was wrestling. WWF was cartoons.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that. Yeah. WCW for us, baby. WCW for life.
There you go. I'll even give you a shout. WCW for life. You agree with us, we shout you out. You disagree with us, we. I didn't see it.
What? Somebody disagree?
No, I said if they disagree, then I act like I didn't see it.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. We either agree or we just mute. We will mute your ass.
Do I need to play the mute music?
Play the moot music.
Moot music. Alright, that's all I can handle with that.
That's what we play when we don't like your shit. We don't like your answers, you go to that while we talk real shit in the background.
Exactly.
Like that, you hear that music, we're going like, who the hell does this guy think he is, man?
Yeah. That's our way of communicating without y'all hearing us.
That's right.
Jet flying, Rolex wearing, smooth talking, son of a gun.
Talking about me?
No, I somehow doubt he is.
I think he's talking about the player. Rolex weapon, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Ric Flair.
Oh, yeah.
Probably back when he still had dark hair. Mm-hmm. We're showing our age there, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a time I don't know, but Ric Flair had like dark brown hair.
Jet flying, limousine riding, 60-minute man.
Rolex wearing.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm not going through all that because it took him 22 minutes just to get that little speech out before he started on his.
I'm gonna go Soul Man on here. Let's all agree that Ric Flair, bad motherfucker.
Hell yeah.
Bad as a bone. Ric Flair for life.
All I can give him is a woo.
I had a big drink of beer, couldn't do the woo.
I thought you was wooing. That's why I got all quiet on us there for
I tried to woo, but I was trying to live off of yours vicariously. Because I took a big old drink. Okay, we are going to something here.
Well, I thought we kind of got a little off topic. I mean, anything you want to talk about, we will bring it up.
What we got here?
All right. Most people probably have already heard about this, but
We got the cops on the show. How'd you see it?
we got the cops. All right. This chick, her name is Maegan Hall.
All right.
And I really did. I want to get your opinion. I'm going to go the smaller screen so that
I did the lean.
we're fine. All right. Yeah, we did the lean.
We did the lean. Okay. It went queer. It went queer. St. California, bitch. Anywho.
All right. So anyway, most people have probably already seen this, but I want to get your opinion on it.
All right.
Or actually, I got two opinions I want to get from you.
All right. Lay it on me, my brother.
So the chick you see sitting down with the black.
Is that a chick?
That is a chick.
Is she bald-headed?
No, she's got her hair pulled back. Like a ponytail type thing.
Oh, okay.
And
well, I bet she has headaches all the time. That's a tight pullback right there. It was just my thoughts.
That's why I brought it up, brother. I wanted to hear your thoughts.
Well, all right. So what's happening here?
All right. So this chick, and in this picture, she's winning some kind of like major award.
Yeah.
You know, and you can see somebody captioned it, wow, this didn't age well.
This picture did not age well.
Anyway, so the chick, she gets fired along with all the people standing behind her because it turns out they've been getting together and running trains. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So she's banged like every one of them.
All these people in this picture, she's banging.
Well, two more because they said there were 7 of them, and there's only 5 in that picture.
That chick has low expectations.
Yeah.
And I'd just like to point out, if you're the whore on the force, you're going to tell me that she's screwing everybody on the police force or just these 5 fat fucks that couldn't get away from her.
Right.
Because don't tell me the police department has a physical demand standard when everybody over here showing jelly rolls. Don't tell me you got to be physically fit to be a cop. When that black guy and the guy right behind her both right there like, yeah, I drink 7 gallons of tea a day.
Exactly.
Sweet. You know?
But no, I had questions for you, Ed.
Lay it on me. Because I got some answers.
Now, well, I'll leave out a detail until we get into it.
All right.
You know, now I'm talking about her, but I'm also talking about all these celebrities. Now, she got fired and they all got fired.
Okay.
Because they're all having sex. She's married, but.
Well, see, when you're a police officer, you're supposed to arrest prostitutes.
Right. But she wasn't getting paid. So, my question, well, hold on.
Now, was she screwing for promotion?
No, she's screwing because she liked to screw.
So, she's a whore.
Yeah.
All right. Well, whores are people,
but not
too.
a prostitute.
Oh, okay.
You know, they wasn't paying her. But,
well, you know, doctors work at places that do pro bono work, but they're still doctors.
Right. But, I mean, now, full disclosure, it did come out later on that they were doing this at the precinct. They were doing it while they were on city time.
Okay.
And that's why they got fired. But
you can be hooking, but don't do it on company time.
Right.
And please don't do it on my filing cabinet.
But for the first, say, 3...
Why's my paperwork sticky?
For like the first 3 days that this story was rolling so hard, they didn't have the information that they were doing it while they were on the clock.
Oh, yeah.
So my question to you is this, be it this cop or, you know, one of these celebrities, you know, at the time, they didn't have the information that they were doing it on the clock.
Right.
Should they have been fired?
Absolutely.
Why?
Well, Dylan, she got an award for best dick sucker. They're taking a picture of her right there.
But I mean, the question being though, I mean, she's fucking however many people she wants to off the clock.
Right.
You know,
well,
how
she's
is that the
evidently
police force's business?
Well, still, I don't know, but evidently they're doing it at the shop. So
well, yeah, that
somebody was on the clock.
We found that out later, though. I was talking before we knew that.
Well, maybe she's getting awards, and it's like, her record sucks. How's she getting an award?
Okay.
And aren't there cameras in the cop shops?
That's probably how they busted the bitch. I don't know.
Okay, if you're going to become a cop, let's arrest prostitutes, not become prostitutes.
So
that's my thoughts. Fire the bitch, fire all of them.
I'm with you.
Unless you pull me over and then it's like, hey, sucky, sucky.
Right.
I'm talking about her.
Yeah, she's like, do you know why I pulled you over?
Let me think about it. Okay.
So that's her a little bit more up close.
All right.
And that's her husband.
He just doesn't look happy.
Those are the cops she was fucking.
Oh, it's Tennessee cop. It's all making sense now. They probably all related.
And the K&E Hour is covering a little bit of it, but it says husband of Tennessee cop at
Drink much?
No, not at all.
We can't pronounce shit.
At center of department sex scandal, sticking by his wife.
You cannot mix business.
You
with
can't
pleasure.
mix business.
I agree with young
pleasure.
Dustin over there.
You go, young Jedi.
And if this guy's sitting there making I stick with my wife.
Well, all right.
Scandal.
See, the reason I put this up.
It's no longer a scandal. There's video evidence. It's now a documentary.
That's the whole thing that brought me to this
with
story.
pictures
though.
and shit.
I was on Twitter and somebody brought this up and it's like, why the hell would he stick with her? She was fucking 7 other cops. Well, I came back. I thought I had the perfect damn reply to that. You know that bitch is good in bed. I mean, that's why he's sticking with her. That bitch is probably phenomenal in the sack.
Sounds legit to me. Let's let her get her job back. Sounds logical. If you're good in bed, I guess you're good at giving head. So we're going to give her a raise too?
I don't know, but I mean, I'm all, now where I was going with this, I don't care if it's this chick. You mind if I go back to just us again?
Let's just go to us.
I think we've seen enough of her.
We can pull up whores all the time.
Yeah. Oh, I got them on this other channel. Do I need to? Oh, my bad.
There's another channel. Come back, turn around, do that smile from Thursday again. And then swing around here, motherfucker, with a chair.
But no, that led me to the question.
What question?
Quit reading my notes. I see you looking over here at my notes.
That's that beard. It's your turn to get one.
I ain't doing it because you'll do obscene gestures.
You damn right I will. Act like I'm a cop in Tennessee.
No,
so
but that brought me to the question, talking about the Tennessee cop. Hey, I pronounced it right.
Finally.
But it's like when a celebrity gets busted, cheating on their husband or cheating on their wife. And the first thing they do is they come out and they're like, well, I want to apologize to all my fans and I want to apologize to the public. I always thought, that's just such bullshit.
Yeah.
You don't owe me an apology. You wasn't fucking around on me. You was screwing around on your wife. Go apologize to her.
Well, that big trial we just got done listening to on the news for like the last year and a half. What's his name? The guy from the
apparently wasn't aware.
Caribbean movies? Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp. I don't think he's that great of an actor, really. I mean, now, like, even in real life, he just walks around like he's Jack Sparrow.
Right.
Say, come on, buddy, be original. But he was in court trying to get a divorce from Amber Heard.
Yeah, the bitch that shit the
executive talks.
Loretta is telling us.
Oh, talk to us, Eureka.
Yeah, I forgot. That's the chick that shit the bed. Yeah.
Yeah, she's sitting on the bed. But she was slapping him around, beating on him, this and that. So he finally, I guess, actually said, "Hey, I'm actually the victim."
Right.
Well, all this evidence came through. It showed video evidence of her bringing other guys up to the apartment, jumping at him. It showed him on TV several times, like when she was like he'd be over here and she'd be pointing over here at something. You'd see him go like, calm her down a little bit. If a woman beating on you that hard, every once in a while, maybe you ought to take your belt off, beat that bitch back a little.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm not one to beat on a woman, but if a bitch is putting me down pretty hard, and my friends are laughing about it, it's like, well, maybe I didn't accidentally trip over the coffee table. Maybe I did hit that bitch in the eye.
Yeah,
you don't hit daddy.
She needs popped in the head. That's it.
I mean, but like I said, I don't condone that by any means. If I ever catch a guy beating on one of my sisters or cousins or something like that, I will hit some people. Even if my cousins or sisters are in the wrong.
Well, I mean, I agree with you, but and yeah, if somebody
was there a gesture made?
There was not.
All right. Anyway, I think we ought to move on to something else besides all the woman being going on, because I'm probably not looking good right now. Although I'm a sexy bastard.
All right. Dustin says he's a dumbass. I assume he's talking about Jack Sparrow. He gonna get the drip.
He gonna get the drip. Well, I bet he's talking about the cops still.
Oh yeah,
he's gonna get that drip. That anal leakage is a motherfucker.
But yeah, back to my original point.
I heard stories.
Back to my original point, though. I mean, I don't think the bitch needs to apologize to nobody except her husband, and he's apparently good with it.
Yeah, if you're, I mean, I don't know how to really react on that. If you got a woman that has cheated on you and you're going to stick by her, let me tell you what, buddy, she's going to do it again.
Yeah.
She's not done. She's probably already roped a pony from the herd already down the street. And it's just a 50-50 chance whether she's already broke that horse. She might be riding it on the parade right now.
That's bullshit.
That bitch is going to cheat on him again.
Yeah, but there ain't no 50-50 chance. That shit is
100%.
Yeah, that bitch done cut one. That bitch done cut one from the herd and is ready to ride that pony.
She already put the brand on it. Tune in Tokyo.
Hell to the yeah.
Lick and blow, baby. Okay, anyway, this family now because we got sisters and shit on here.
Yeah, so we're talking about prostitutes and whores and
she really picked a fucked up thing to talk about. Although I'm curious to hear what's going on over there.
And I'm gonna go ahead and let the cat out the bag. The thing we was gonna try to do tonight was not say the F word. Well, we have fucked that up, So next show, we promise we're going to try not to say the F word.
I'm just going to keep it down to 6 times. That's what I'm shooting for. If I go to 6, next time I'll try 5.
All right. You ever heard of the World Economic Forum?
No. I should be like, no.
Well, that's what's going on right now.
I'm starting to feel like we're into it. We need to move that on instead of that dead silence.
Well,
have you heard of it? No.
I thought you had a response. Well, I'm not going to get all political and all that shit about it. But basically, it's all these great foreign leaders come from all over the world. What I find hilarious is they all get in their jet planes and they fly to one specific location, which is a town I can't pronounce right now. And, then tell us that y'all need to quit using so much fuel and shit like that because you're ruining the environment and you're killing the world.
Yeah.
As they're getting off of their jet plane that just flew 10,000 miles,
Yeah, I get it.
y'all really should be taking the bus more often. That way there's not as many vehicles on the road. But anyway, that's here nor there. So the latest, greatest headline coming from there.
And you people that do that, you suck.
You've got to love. prostitutes gathering for the annual meeting of the global elite, where demand for sexual services rockets during the economic summit.
I think we found our theme for tonight. I think
Our
it's
theme tonight is whores.
Whores and prostitutes.
Well, I mean, I just couldn't help myself on that.
My boy Kyle over here.
I just couldn't help myself on that one. I mean, these son of a bitches are coming from all over the world, and the prostitutes are going there, and they're like, hey, there is money to be made.
That's yeah, I just don't know how to really reckon together on this one. It's just
well, y'all excuse my scrolling through here, but this is the last thing I'll say about them. I'll let you read that, Ed.
Prostitutes charge the Davos attendees $2,500 a night as sex work demand booms. So while these sub bitches are telling us to use less fossil fuel,
right,
which we've built America on.
And I appreciate you throwing that fossil fuel out there. It makes it sound like we know what we're talking
We'll dig up a dinosaur. We'll put that in your gas tank.
That's
That's what we do in America. Oh, bitches. But yeah, if you're getting paid prostitutes, price $25. I bet that's rolled off on taxes.
Oh,
I
shit,
bet I
we're
get
paying
half
for
my
that
freaking
shit.
overtime next week, taking off for these some bitches.
To pay the prostitutes.
I'm already working pretty fucking hard to pay for everybody's earned income credit for 19 children.
I hear you.
You know?
Oh, yeah, you don't even want to get me started on that
Don't
one.
get me started on earned income credit.
Well,
especially when I can't get nothing.
If you want to get me on a roll, get me talking about all the damn
do I got to break the soapbox
and all that. Oh, I will climb a damn soapbox. I will climb it tall. We will get ejected off of YouTube. All our listeners will quit watching. I will tell my stories because you don't want me on that soapbox. I'm gonna go ahead and shut that down.
I think we're about to go soapbox mode. soapbox. Yeah, don't get me started on that shit.
Right.
I sit there and hear people at work. You know, I got a couple people to work with. And, and I love them to death. They're great people. But I'll sit there and they're making twice as much money as me.
Yeah.
But they got like several damn kids. They're talking about getting $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a year for earned income credit for having extra kids. Did you fart?
No.
Why'd you lean the fuck back like that?
I'm about to climb on top of that soapbox. Finish your story.
Woo! I'm about to get up there.
This is going to be a 2-hour show, and I'm going to make 900 people hate me, but go for it.
I brought extra beer, brother. Lay it on me. But I'm just saying, I'm getting real damn tired of hearing about people getting earned income credit, getting 10, 15. Well, I'm going to go get me a new car this year because we're going to get earned income credit on our 8 kids. And if you can only claim so many kids, so then people are selling off the Social Security number off of some of these kids to other people, so they can get like a $10,000 or $15,000 off of this kid. Let me tell you what, America's got a new scam out there, baby.
Yeah.
And it's like, let me have 6 kids. I'm gonna claim credit on 3, get my $15,000. I'm gonna let you claim 1. I'm gonna let you claim 1. Let you claim 1. You each get $5,000. I get $1,000 off of you for each kid. So, don't get me started on that one. It went political up in this motherfucker tonight.
I had a dude hit me up.
We're hitting the bars at this. We're fighting motherfuckers.
I had a dude hit me up, wanted me to
I've been burning little kids' red.
He wanted me to open a barbecue restaurant with him.
Who?
A guy.
Okay. Because we're going to have problems.
And so of course I listened. I mean, I'll listen to anything you got going. Well, his business plan was his sister got all these food stamps and she would use them to buy all the meat. And then we could sell it out in our barbecue place.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you need to just go away.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to be all nice and polite. I'm going to say this up front. And I mean this. I'm not saying it so people won't send me hate mail. If you got hate mail, send it to Eddie Goodbrand, 123 3rd Street.
He's real close there, man. There's a lot of numbers matched up there, and I was not happy about that.
But, I mean,
a scowl.
I am all for, what this shit was set up for. If you need help, you should get help.
Well, I mean, if you need help, yeah.
Right. But where all this shit went sideways was when they, in Texas, as everybody knows, we're in Texas, when they come out with the Lone Star card. And their purpose for that was they wanted it to look like the same. They were using a credit card just like people who weren't on public assistance.
Yeah.
Well, that to me is where everything went sideways. Once again, if you need assistance, I think it should be there for you.
I agree.
But if you're driving a 2023 Cadillac up to the grocery store and then putting 4 buggies of groceries on your damn Lone Star card, I'm not buying that. You're living better than I am, and right. I'm paying for you to live better than I am.
We're tired of it.
Now,
I'm writing a letter to old Biden.
This is my thoughts on it.
And I said, "Oh, Biden."
I heard.
Because you know who he really is.
What they need to do is go back to the government cheese. You need one grocery store. You can get your government cheese. You can get your rice. You can get your flour. Yeah. You can learn to make your own goddamn biscuits at home. And they're worried that this Lone Star card, if you just, when you had the food stamps, well, that embarrassed them. You ought to be embarrassed. If you're embarrassed, that's what get your ass off and get a job and get off of food stamps. So you won't be embarrassed anymore. And in my opinion, and I'm going to end with this, you need to take it one step further. You need to wear a big ass chain around your neck that says food stamps. And then I personally think every 2 or 3 days I ought to be allowed to come knock on your door and go, "You suck."
I used to say people that did that need to wear a sign to break out the "I suck" card.
That's right, the "I suck" card.
That was 30 years ago. But I don't know when the card first happened, though. Do you remember when that card first came out? It was like a big old pink card or something like that?
No, it was white with blue writing, looked just like a credit card.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was like pink or yellow.
And, I mean, and once again, I can't stress this enough, People who need help, that's what this was designed for. And they ought to get it. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to these people who purposely got 9 children just so they could
get
one. We did. I pissed somebody off. I'm talking to people who are just living off of the system. Yeah. That's not what it's meant for. It's meant for the people who are working, doing everything they can, and they need some help. And those people, if they came and knocked on my door, I would help them my damn self.
Oh, yeah. We got a guy or two like that at work. If they ask for anything, I'd help them out. But those motherfuckers that are making more than me?
Yeah. I am not talking to those people that need the help. That's why, you need it, you get it, and then you get off of it.
Yeah. So, Vietnam was a tough old time. We're going to get off this subject because Kyle's got a soapbox somewhere. He's going to pull that summit up, and when he climbs on it, I can't get him off that fucking. I'm just saying. But, Dollar General, why the fuck didn't you unpack that store?
That ain't never happened.
I know, right?
I don't know why they bother putting buggies in that motherfucker, because you can't push a buggy down an aisle.
And they get mad at me because I'll go down in there and get some dog food and shit, and it ain't up on the shelf, but it's in that big-ass cart standing in the aisle, blocking everybody's freaking way. I'll see it in there, and I'll start grabbing it out, and they'll be like, "Sir, you can't pull that out. We haven't checked that in yet." It's like, well, you need to get the fucking guy over here and check it in, because I need it, and I'm here. I'm not coming back later.
Right.
So I'll run up to the front with it, and they're like, "Oh, we don't even have that in the system." Well, you need to get somebody working in the back.
Then apparently it's free.
That's my thoughts on it. Because I'll just steal some dog food. I'll do that shit. Just see what it looks like. It's like them people talk about Walmart all the fucking time. Yeah. If I forget to put something in my cart, and then you insist on looking on my receipt,
because you won't put don't get mad at me because I couldn't do your job.
But I get up there and I thought about it a couple times, but then I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. But I'll tell you what does piss me off up there at Walmart. We're back to Walmart. Is you get up there and, they got all these self-checkouts, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's no signs on any of them that says this is card only, this is cash only, Or this one, I got on one yesterday and it was gift card only. And I didn't know there was gift cards. So I put in all my shit in
right.
there.
Debbie says, got it. What you got, Debbie? I guess
what
I
you got,
something.
girl? Did we miss it? She may have jumped off like, all right, they went deep.
They went deep. This ain't funny no more. Kyle's being a little bitch.
That'll happen. But that's usually Thursdays. I'm usually Tuesdays.
Okay.
But I ain't gonna let you hang by yourself. I got you back. But anyways, you go up to Walmart and you go through there and you're checking out, and then they come up to you where you're on the wrong one.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, where's the sign that says this is a credit card only?
Right.
And they're like, there's a border around it. And I'm like, that border is penciled in. And it's a light outline, and it don't really show up to me until I try to pay with cash. And they're like, and it's like, an attendant is coming. And I'm over there. I need an adult. I need an adult. You know, and they come over and they're like, well, you're in the wrong line. I'm like, well, what do I need? Well, you need to go over there. No, I'm not going through all this shit again. Find out and find somebody and say, hey, let's turn this one into cash. So
like,
she'll pull out the receipt and she steps over to the next one and says, all right, we'll just pay over here. I'm like, well, here's my money. Bring me my change and my receipt. Well, just bring it. No. I just worked through this line.
I ain't
waited
doing
15,
it no
20
more.
minutes for somebody to get off it, and then you're going to sit there and tell me it's the wrong one. Put some bigger signs on it that says, hey, don't bring cash onto this one because this was card only. Don't bring a card to this one because this is gift card only. When did the gift card line show up?
I don't know, but it reminds me of going through the airport. You know, I stood out there.
Airport stories. Here we go. We got another one.
I stood in this long ass line. I get all the way up to the dude, and with the most hateful damn voice he can possibly come up with, you know, this is the pre-check line, and tells me I gotta go get in a different line.
Bitch, pre-check my shit and let's go.
So I asked him, you know, do you think y'all could put up a fucking sign or something? Well, the pre-check is always over here. Well, bitch, I don't work here. I don't know how this works, you know. And he's getting hateful with me, and I'm getting hateful with him. Now, I'm going to do a little public service announcement here.
PSA.
Don't do that. My ass got patted down, checked down. They did everything but strip search me. And I know damn good and well it was just because I made that first little dude I come in contact with mad at me.
That'll happen.
But when you're standing up there and you're damn near down to your underwear, and they're going, oh, well, the little beeper still went off. And I'm like, I didn't hear a beeper. Well, we heard it in our ear. Well, dude, I'm looking at you. You
we
ain't
didn't
got
get an earpiece.
You don't have an earpiece.
Where's our earpieces?
It don't matter. We checking you anyway. So, but I mean, piss me the hell off. But if you say anything back to him, yeah, your ass is about to get the thumb up the ass looking for.
Now,
but I digress. As Ed would say, I digress.
Now, I'm not trying to one up you here. But let me tell you about 1994 and coming through the flight. And I was on an international flight. I was up seeing some Canadians.
I think I was drunk that entire year.
You probably were. I tried to be. But anyways, the World Trade Centers got hit in 93. We all know this.
Right.
Or not 93, 2003.
Yeah.
Yeah, 93. Yeah, 03. Yeah. 93, I was somewhere else. You remember that?
Yeah.
I was in summer camp. We ain't gonna talk about that. But boy, Kyle remember that.
I do.
I said, Kyle, what you doing? I need somebody to talk to. But 03.
That was also the year they came out with them really nice gel pens that everybody liked so much.
That's a story we're going to talk about another time. And I think it's your turn to get us a beer. We might bleed over a little bit, but we're going to tell this fucking Canadian story. So my ass go to Canada one year. I got sisters and brother up there and nieces and nephews and stuff like that.
Don't do nothing dirty.
And I like to go up there and visit from time to time. Now, I've missed a few years here, and I'm about to go back up there in the spring. But I think this is probably one of the reasons I might have been on a no-fly list. I don't know. But anyway, the World Trade Centers had happened.
All right, well, hold on.
All right, Tim.
Yeah, we all know about the World Trade Centers and that ruined flying. I want to know from Debbie, what did you get? Because I missed it. She came back and said, uh-oh, I missed. What did you got? All right, go ahead with your story.
We went to total stuff. We stopped the show for you, Debbie.
All right, go with your story. You was getting patted down at the Canadian airport?
Not yet. My sister Debbie, shout out to you. Love you, girl. But
I thought we had lost her.
Well, what had happened when I landed there?
See, what had happened was
they picked me up at the Toronto airport. They picked me up, and they were hurrying me through the line. And when it happened, bird flu happened. Swan flu, some other Japanese thing they ate raw there, fucked us up over here in America. But the Japanese did it, or the Chinese. And it was like, we got you out there just in time. I was like, well, what happened? It's like the bird flu hit or something, and they're about to lock this place down. And then they came across the radio, hey, Toronto Airport is locked down for a 2-week quarantine.
Oh, shit.
And it was like, we got you out there just in time. I was like, well, thank God. Well, I stayed for about 10 days, and so when I was going back, it was right at the time that we're going to reopen. Oh, yeah. The story that he's telling. But anyways, old Debbie brought me back to the airport, and I'm walking through the line. Now, this was high security checks, all this, checking your bags and all that stuff. Nothing could have any kind of fucking explosive residue.
Right.
First off, my other sister, Denise, had just pulled up over at Debbie's house when we was all going to go to the airport together. Take my ass back to America. They was done with it. We had you 2 weeks. Let's get it going. Love you. Love Texas. We'll see you next time. But so I'm sitting there and they drop me off and everything. Well, Denise pulls in and she's trying to pull into the driveway. And I watched the rock salt guy go across the road. And then I walk out onto the road trying to direct her into the driveway. But, yes, sir.
Is there an ending to this story?
Just be patient. Get us a beer, goddammit.
I got you a beer.
Oh, here it is. That's a lot. Love you, baby. Come on. Talk to us. You done posted We're Legends. But anyways, I had stepped across this rock salt freaking road. We got my sister in. We visited and stuff like this. It's time for me to go. All right. Question for the guy in the back of the road. He's probably not going to get in our club.
Does this rock salt road have anything to do with your story?
It is the key to the whole fucking story.
My bad.
So, when you go on a trip sometimes, you got your suitcase, but then when you get ready to come home, it's a little fuller than what you went there on.
Right.
You get some souvenirs, some shit like some moose turds.
You're in Florida, and that fucker back in Texas wanted you to bring him a frog or a turtle.
Turtles.
Yeah.
I like that. What's the problem with the turtles, Kyle?
Anyway, turtles. Get on with your rock
Anyway,
salt.
I'm going to get on with the story. My suitcase was too full. I was trying to get it. I couldn't do it. So it was like I had to hold it down or I could push the buttons, but I couldn't do both. So I got my sister Debbie in there. I'm like, look, I'm going to stand on the top of this. I'm going to push it down. You hit the buttons. I push it down. She hits the buttons. Well, that's where all the shit went awry. We take my fat ass to the airport. All right. I'm in line. And I'm like in a line where there's like 5 lines going up to the thing to turn in your ticket and say, hey, I'm going back to America. And I sit there and I see my sister Debbie. She's behind me. I wave at her because I'm a good brother. And she waves back smiling. I go a couple more steps. I'm waiting. And I turn back to see if anybody's, but she's still there. I wave back at her. 3 or 4 times this whole week. And then we're just making a joke. I wave back at her. She'll wave back. I walked right up to that register. That guy pulled out this stick with a cloth on it, rubbed my freaking suitcase, put it in his little cash register, and bells and whistles went off. And he's like, sir, has this suitcase been there your line of sight? I'm like, no. He's like, it has a residue on it that is not allowing you to come back into the United States. Now, this guy that said that it has a residue is not allowing you, with my accent, to not come back into the United States. This dude was wearing a full-fledged rag, a turban on his head. And I said the one thing that you do not say at the airport to an Iranian. I thought it was people like you. People trying to keep out the country. But let me tell you what, when you say that, you'll be surprised at how many 4 guys can come to the line with M16s like, sir, you mind taking your clothes off? I'm like, what the fuck just happened here? You know, I look back, my sister ain't there no more. I'm like, help! They got the guns on me.
But no, sir, I do not mind taking all my clothes off.
I'm in line. There's people still around me. They're moving on like they're ordering cheeseburgers at McDonald's. And they tell me, do you mind taking your clothes off? I'm like, why do I have to take my clothes off? It's the suitcase that has a problem. And he's like, we just didn't see if you're carrying anything explosive. I'm like, it's the suitcase. Why do I have to? Was it the raghead joke? I mean, what happened? And the raghead's like,
Debbie says it was not her fault.
It wasn't her fault. It's that rock salt on the fucking road. Anyways, I pulled down. I'm sitting here in my t-shirt and my fucking boxers. 4 dudes standing around me with M16s in 2004, right after the World Trade Center. And the raghead is like, there's a problem with the suitcase land. You come back into the country. Why are you stopping me, though, with the rag on your head?
Right.
And not talking clear, full-fledged American English with the broken shit. And anyways.
Oh, she did. Go ahead. And then I'll go ahead.
But the 4 American guys with the guns were like, hey, we get it, man, Jim. We got to do our jobs. You know, we got to do our jobs.
Right.
Like, then we got to point it at the head. All 4 of them. There ain't that much brain there. All my shit's off. The other guy's over here pulling out the insoles of my boots, all this shit, pulling my sleeves in and out of my t-shirt. I'm like, if I had to take off my shirt and my fucking boxers, I'm not going to be happy when everybody puts the last. I'm going to have a problem. So they're all sitting there like, yeah, man, we're just doing what we're told to do. Just be cool. It'll be over in a minute. Like, it's very intense.
Pointing the gun
have to
at my
be that
face.
close. I mean, what if you slip? So anyways, they're asking me the questions. What'd you do before you came to the airport? I was like, I packed my fucking suitcase. We got in the car and came here. What'd you do before you packed your suitcase? I'm like, I visited with my sisters for a little bit. What'd you do before? Won't you ask me what I did when I woke up, motherfuckers? I took a good shit. They didn't like that either. That was a bad thing to say to the Iranian with the raghead, keeping the American out of America. So then I sat there and he asked me more questions, and it gets to the point. I was like, oh. He's like, what? I said, oh. I said, my other sister showed up to the house while she was trying to drive into the driveway, and I told the guy, you know how women be driving. I said, but a truck drove through spreading rock salt on the road, and then she pulled up. He said, was you walking on that rock salt? I said, I was walking on that rock salt. Well, me and the Iranian became friends because we realized that I was just fucking around walking on some salt that has nitrogen in it. Nitrogen is an explosive. In Canada, uses nitrogen in their salt.
And you quit calling him a raghead.
Yeah, he had a name. I think it was Suresh or something like, hey, sir.
This is probably the moment we should apologize to everybody who wears the turban. We're not. We love y'all too.
But not in 2004.
He did not love you in 2004.
We're not over the Alamo.
When you worked at the airport. That's the only one he's upset with.
But anyways, we got to that point. And he's like, hey. I said, well, first I said, look, man, y'all gonna make me miss my flight. I'm gonna be stuck in Canada forever. And I said, I think my ride just left. Can we at least get my ride back? And he's like, no, we're gonna get you on your flight, buddy, because we know what happened now. He walked on rock salt. I said, Suresh, get me to my plane. He's like, I'm gonna get you on there, buddy.
So all right, that was a great story. Now, moving on. She did it.
What? Couldn't help yourself? Hey. Oh, she wrote, hey. We've been waiting on that all fucking night. The one thing Kyle said to me.
Cheers to you, baby. I don't know you, Debbie, but I'm loving you right now. She did it.
Kyle said, if the Canadians come on tonight, and I said, we might have a couple because my sisters might get on it. He said, if they get on, even though they're typing, will they still say A? And I said, probably not, because they're just typing in. And like, sure enough, here comes my sister. Couldn't help yourself, eh?
I did it just for you. I love it. I've never met Debbie, but I'm loving you right now.
You're killing me, Debbie, because I was saying that, no, it won't happen. I think I owe him $1, or I have to get the rest of the beers, which I pretty much do anyway.
I remember when I moved to California. And
do you remember that a long time ago?
Yeah, shut the fuck up. Because we're not going to say fuck no more.
We're screwing up this F-bomb promise. Like a couple of boys at the border just trying to go back to Texas.
But when I moved to California, I had to write this paper for school. So I write the paper, I give it to my cousin, and ask her to read it.
Yeah.
And she's just dying laughing over there. And I'm like, really, what the fuck, And she's like, I understand that you talk with the Texas accent, but I never thought you would write with the Texas accent.
Saying y'all
and all that kind of shit.
Look at her. Fixing,
yeah. But she just loved that shit. I just never thought you would actually write with the Texas accent.
Yeah. Well, when I was up in New Hampshire, people laughed at me because they all say we're going to the movies or we're going to the movie house or something like that. And I always go, well, we're going to the theater. What? You looked at me harsh there.
I was waiting on you to lay your cigarette down.
So you can steal it again?
Yeah.
That's why I've been holding them. Because God be stealing cigarettes. But there's another time that I went to Canada and I came back, which is really funny too. My two sisters got me a coffee pot as a Christmas present to bring back to Texas, but they didn't want me to open it. But we went to the Hamilton, Ontario airport, and I was going to head out from there. So I get there, and they're standing there, and the guy says, he's like, so what's in the box? I'm like, it's a Christmas present from them. And they're like, yeah, don't open it because we want him. They're like, well, we got to open it. And they're like, I said, guess I'm going to find out what it is. And so I opened it. It was a big old coffee pot, which seems to be like the thing people like to give me is coffee pots.
Right.
Because I like my coffee.
Do you need a coffee pot?
No, I'm good. I still got the other one I got last year. Thanks, bro. But anyways.
Left me hanging.
I'm sorry. But anyways, I go through that Hamilton one and then they open it and say, oh, it's a coffee pot. Well, he puts it back together and that guy put a piece of tape on it. So when I got home, I could still open it as a Christmas present. I thought that was cool. But it was a connecting flight and I hit Pittsburgh. I walked right up to the guy at the counter. And I said, you mind if I set this here? He said, as long as it ain't ticking, I don't mind. And I was like, all right, then. I said, well, I promise it's not a bomb. But he needed my ID, my driver's license. I was having a problem finding it. I said, well, I can't seem to find it right now. He goes, well, I think I can tell by your accent, you're not from Canada.
Right.
You sound like a Texas boy. And I said, I am a Texas boy. He goes, just going through the line, buddy. I wonder where that guy was during 1904 because he done set me on through with the explosive suitcase.
How much flying?
Which Charest told me don't ever use that fucking suitcase again.
Right. How much flying did you do before 9/11?
I did some flying.
Because I love that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you walk into the airport, you get straight up.
What's up, motherfucker?
Right. You get your shit, you throw your bags up there, then you step out the side door. You don't even have to go back to the front. You just step out the side door, smoke your cigarette. Yeah. I loved it before all this shit happened.
Well, now, that was the cool thing about going to Canada. You didn't have to have a first-class ticket. You could go into the international lounge. And evidently in the airport, there's like 800 square feet of property that just belongs to the world. And you can smoke your hats off. Just walk in and you see glass. Like, oh, they got the blinds pulled. You open the door and it's just smoke. It's like, yeah, this is where I need to be.
Oh, yeah, man. I went to South Carolina one time. And it was me and a buddy.
Yeah.
Well, we come back. Now, I've got to say this. The buddy was straight-laced. He don't drink. He don't smoke.
Yeah.
He stops every 20 minutes to pray. I mean, very straight-laced.
That's straight-laced family.
But he's a good guy. I mean, I enjoyed hanging out with him. We just didn't really have a lot in common. And
I have. I
Probably
flew to
has a
Florida
phone.
with you. You remember? You remember.
But we're coming back, and our layover is in Georgia. Well, something had happened. Something was going on, and Dallas was like, I think it was a major storm or whatever, but Dallas was just wiped out.
That'll happen.
So
time.
they're like, all right, well,
Dallas.
you've got an hour delay. I'm like, all right, that's cool. I look around, I see a little bar over there. I go to the bar, and I mean, at that point in time, you sit down, you order you a beer, you light your cigarette right in the middle of the airport. Life was good. And, well, that 1 hour layover turned into a 4 hour layover. But I didn't mind.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sitting at the bar. I've got the company credit card in my hand, you know. I'm smoking. I'm drinking beers. There's sports on the TV. I mean, I killed for it. And there's like all the guys around you. You know how that shit is. You know, I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, go Oakland. And they're, oh, you a Raiders fan? I mean, you know, you got buddies everywhere.
They hang out.
That's right.
Find another Texan fan. That's a fucking job.
But then we get to
I digress. I'm sorry. It's so, moment.
4 hours later, the plane finally takes off, and we get to Dallas, where we're told, "Oh, you needed to fly from here to Texarkana. That flight left 2 hours ago."
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, bitches, you're the reason I'm late. It ain't like I just showed up. I mean, you know, y'all brought me here. So then we had to stay overnight, but you know, I won't get into all that. But I mean, you know, we had a 4 hour layover, and I was thrilled to death.
And where was you at?
Georgia.
See, Georgia was bad for it. Every time I had flown, whether I went to Florida, or I went to Canada, or I went somewhere else, my connecting flight always seemed to be Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Even Florida, I think I went to Pittsburgh and came back down. You know, and Pittsburgh has had the worst shit happen to me. Pittsburgh, well, no, it wasn't the Iranian guy, but Pittsburgh, they have an underground subway.
Yeah.
I did not know I had walked into a subway. I'm coming back from Canada. I'm trying to get to my connecting flight because I know all the ins and outs of the airports by now, right? Which means I knew nothing.
Right.
I walked down this set of stairs and into a doorway. And I hit this doorway, and it just everybody's sitting there, and I just happened to look. I had enough time to look left, and then I looked right, and realized, well, this is not going anywhere. This is it. We're stopping.
Right.
And I'm trying to think, do I need to turn around and get off here or what? And I turned around and go get off there, and this fucking door closed, and that fucking thing shot off like a rocket.
Oh, yeah.
And when it did, I rode about 45 feet behind me.
Yep.
I'm sitting there, cowboy beast, big old felt hat, because Black Magic #3
Your
was
ass
still alive.
is rolling. I have been on many of them.
I got done rolling at the back of that fucking subway or bus. One dude looks down at me, he's like, "You're supposed to grab the hand." Who the fuck are you telling me to grab goddamn hand? Why'd you tell me when I got in the fucking door? It's a subway. Sit down, young fella. And no, let's let this bad boy roll the fuck on down. Pittsburgh.
Mine was Kansas City.
Did you just take my fucking cigarette again?
No.
I just lit a cigarette.
You didn't have one. Mine was Kansas City. It's like
you took my cigarette.
I'm no map.
Somebody saw it. They saw me live and put one down. You saw it. Be a man. See, that motherfucker just took your cigarette in. You took my cigarette. I wasn't just lit a cigarette. I heard something.
Mine was Kansas City. Now I'm no mapologist. But
mapologist?
Yeah.
That may be a word. I'm gonna give him that one.
I'm going.
That could be some legit shit.
I'm going from Dallas to Florida or Orlando, Florida, and I always seem to somehow end up in Kansas City. And like I said, once again, I'm no mapologist, but I don't think Kansas City is on the way to Orlando. I think that's like way off the other side up here.
Maybe choke. Maybe I ain't. Oh man.
But
that beer went straight in the lung.
what really pissed me off about Kansas City's airport, though, is
I thought you took another cigarette. I was like, were you smoking 2 goddamn cigarettes there? He didn't. He's cool this time.
What really pissed me off, though, is, you get off the plane and there's like this big glass wall. And you look over, and I mean, there is every restaurant you can imagine. Arby's, Whataburger, Sonic, I mean, everything. But you can't go there.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's like that.
If
Pittsburgh
you go through
sucks, man.
Right. If you go through that glass door,
then
you've got to completely check in again.
And buy another ticket, evidently.
Right.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's like that. They got all that shit.
But if you look down at the very end, which I don't care what flight you're on, it's always like 37 gates away from the gate you're on. There's like a subway.
Yeah.
You go through the subway. I got a 6-inch sandwich. No chips or nothing to go with it. And told them, give me a Bud Light. $28.
$28.
But that's the only thing. If you don't want to go out and completely have to go through security and all that shit again,
Has
you're
this bag
eating
been
at
on
the
your
subway.
side? Well, yes, it has.
Yeah.
Yeah, that $28, that sounds like us at the Cowboy Raider game.
It does.
We walked in that motherfucker, and I thought I was going to be a badass. I was like, hey, look, here's a beer lady. I'm going to get this first round. So I turn around, what I say? Hey, 3 Bud Lights, right?
Yeah. Well, no, it was Miller Lite because that's
all
the
they sell,
only thing you can buy
Yeah,
there.
3 Miller Lights. And I looked at the lady, and I was like, I got these boys. It's okay. I said, three Miller Lights. She said, that's going to be $27. I was like, God damn, all right. I pulled out my wallet. I was like, oh, shit. I looked at my buddy. I was like, and I turned to her like, 27? Is that a quarter? What about lint? You take lint?
And when Eddie turned to us and gave us the little thumbs up, you could see a tear running down.
I was that idiot in the old commercials about America.
Yeah.
America. But yeah, it's a bad time. Beer's expensive at the fucking football game, let me tell you.
I hate to be.
And that bitch that screamed ice cream all
Oh
fucking
my
night.
God, I hated her.
We had a chick standing about 4 rows back from us that was selling the ice cream, and she stood there for like a solid 10 minutes, screaming ice cream at the top of her. Not one fucking person went up there and got an ice cream. After about 3 minutes, like, hey, are you getting the hint? Maybe you can move the fuck on. Anyways, look, we're getting close to our hour. We got to shut this motherfucker down. People got to work in the morning. We still got to do our other show.
We are way past our hour. Let's shut her down. I mean, but give us about 5 minutes. We'll be right back with the Who Did It Best.
Who did it better?
Something along that way. Once again.
And we're looking at Meatloaf tonight.
Oh, yeah.
The musician.
Little preview. Yeah, Meatloaf. The band.
Not the band. Not the food.
Not the food.
No fatties allowed.
Although I take a meatloaf.
I mean, I could eat.
I might grab a snack before we start the next video.
I'm going to piss like a Calpine on a flat rock as soon as we get to this show.
But once again, looking at right-hand corner, right about where Eddie's arm is now, there's a big red button there, says subscribe. I want y'all to hit that, slam it,
hit subscribe,
send it to
hit
your
that like button,
friends, hit the like,
hit the bell, get the notifications going. Come see us, bring some topics. Next Wednesday, 7 o'clock, we're drinking beers and we're going to make you laugh again.
All right. Hey, how about, just for the fun of it, I hit her out. And I hit the route
one. Good show. Shout out to Dusty.
Hell yeah.
All right. Turn this motherfucker on. Let me go piss.
All right. We're not.